Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Kohol William La Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and H.I.M that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Jachanan the Waf, just coming over with you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And the true name of the Holy Father, the one that they call the Most High, his name is Yahweh, which means that he exists for the existing one. And the true name of his son is Yahweh Shai, which means that he's the Savior or Deliverer in the Paleo Hebrew. Just wanted to just bring that out because a lot of people think that the Lord's name is Jesus, and there was no letter J when he walked the earth. Letter J is only 500 years old, created in 1524. So if he walked the earth 2,000 years ago, then what were they calling him? And he wasn't a Greek, so his name is not Iesus or Iesus or however you want to pronounce it. His name is Yahweh Shai. And you can clearly go into that in the scriptures. You just got to dig a little deeper when you go into the, his actual name in the scriptures, and it'll give you that Hebrew, context of it. But anyway, it's Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And I wanted to touch on this little article with Russia. It says paying teens to give birth. Russia slammed for offering schoolgirls $1,200 to have babies amid birth rate crisis. And see, with Esau running the world, these women are waiting till they fucking 20s, 30s, 40s, trying to have damn children, man. But in the ancient world, you were pretty much getting going. You were starting off getting going with children at the age of as young as 12 or 13. I think married in the script, I think she was like 14. But that was an old ancient custom that Esau got rid of. You know what I'm saying? Because he has made it so hard for people to even have children. People don't even think of having children. That used to be a joy. Now that's a burden. People, a woman find out she's pregnant and she goes damn nuts. Or if a guy find out she's pregnant, he goes damn nuts. He don't know what to do. And then next thing you know, they at Planned Parenthood. And this is all because you have a wicked people running the earth, and that's Esau, Edom, the so-called white race. And they're actually dwindling because of pretty much the seed that they've sown, but it's also prophetic as well, because they've sown discord throughout the earth among brethren of all nations, and especially amongst the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And they got every kill switch going for us, you know what I'm saying, from the food to the water to just our the fucking rap music to you name it. He really just put us against each other, man. It's a lot of our people in graves. A lot of our people are in jails because of this man's systematic system of separation and destruction overall on the Israelites. So this is no biggie right here. All these nations, European nations, are having problems with birth rates because they made it so hard for their own people to live. They've oppressed their own people. Okay, so it says the Russian government is receiving immense backlash for offering to pay $1,200 to have children. The scheme is being extended to women in the Oreo. The main aim of the scheme is to boost birth rates in the region that falls near the Ukrainian border. Okay, so this particular place, Oreo, if I'm pronouncing it right, it falls to the south of Moscow. The southern region is 200 miles away from the capital. The government shared how full-time education would be eligible to receive $1,200 if they give birth. Okay, well, shit. Says the regional governor made the announcement, which was criticized. Okay, well, yeah, it is what it is. Okay, they got a little small video to it. Let's see. Or maybe not. Okay, don't look like much, but the music and a little, I can barely see the reading down at the bottom. But anyway, same thing that I'm reading overall. It says a statement on the website read that the young women would receive a one-time cash payment upon registration for pregnancy. Women who are eligible to receive the payment should be studying full-time. The new law will also apply to girls in full-time education in general education organizations, professional educational organizations and higher education organizations. Says the governor's decision was scrutinized by the people after 7x7 horizontal Russia posted about it on Telegram. The governor took to Telegram to clarify that the decision to amend the law came from the Kremlin. Unfortunately, journalists did not specify that there is an order of the Ministry of Labor of Russia dated February 11th, 2025. Okay, in the post, he pointed out that there are no girls in that region who fall into this category at present. The governor further explained that the decision helps to protect the young girls from controversial decisions that they might make. He maintained that this was his personal attitude to this norm. Well, of course, hey, these women are supposed to be passed off by their fathers. Fathers are to negotiate the marriages of their young daughters because they are the property of the father. But in this region, or in this day and time, modern time, these women are out here able to gad abroad, go and make their own decisions. Next thing you know, they got kids by a couple of baby daddies and they divorced a few times and they ripping their damn hair out. The kids coming up to be monsters and there's no structure. But this is Esau's kingdom. Okay, so that was pretty much, I think, it. Okay, so he goes on to say, he went on to explain how the government's task to what has already happened is to help the young girls. The governor explained how the law helped save the life of the child and the health of the mother. He urged the media and citizens alike to consider the government's decision as a measure of social support for residents. The governor took a dig at media outlets while noting that the decision was a way to help citizens in difficult life situations and not a dubious news item for loud headlines. Well, of course, they're going to make it into that, man. The Russian government move comes after the World Bank did a study on the mortality rates in the nation. And hey, that's Esau. Esau, he about that money. You know what I'm saying? They can tell by banking who got bank accounts. Or we're not receiving that many deposits. Esau, the scriptures talks about this man is wiser than Daniel. He searches out everything. Okay, but it says the research revealed that the birth rate seen per Russian woman is 1.42. This could result in a serious demographic crisis considering the country's current mortality rate. There should be at least 3 children in the family. Putin on how to ensure population growth in the country. Well, it should be far more than that because the Lord said to be fruitful and multiply. And that's the reason why, they don't want Jake. They want Jake settled down with one crazy ass so-called black woman, Hispanic or Native American woman. With this American, you can only have one woman shit. When the scriptures clearly says that you can have multiple wives, and that helps to produce more children. And that's the reason why Esau, he does so much because he's under a curse himself, as far as birth rates. But he does so much to try and keep the rest of the, nationalities basically from having children themselves so they can kind of stay on top, so to speak. Because in reality, they really are the minority, but they try and make it front. They front and make it seem as if they're the majority that's in the planet, and they're not. They're being outnumbered. You got suicide rates up, drug overdoses up, school shootings, Slovakia. School shootings are up. You know what I'm saying? You got car accidents are up, cancer running through the roof, mental. It's just this place is through with this man running things, man. And nobody is stable. People are just not stable enough, man. The economy is horrible. You have to go and work 2-3 damn jobs while you're dropping your kids off at daycare with some shit you got to pay. People just like, nah, I'm good on that. And then this social media has really destroyed this generation. So they not with it, man. Russian President Vladimir Putin has previously urged citizens to have 3 or more children, given that the country is in the middle of a low birth rate crisis. The country that is in the middle of a war has borne the loss of 900,000 casualties already. Not sure about them numbers, but they could be there. I know Ukraine side, either way, between the two, because they're the same people. Ukrainians and the Russians, they ain't really, they ain't no different. They all Edomites. So they're just over there killing each other off. It says Britain's Ministry of Defense revealed just how many Russian citizens have lost their lives since the conflict between the two countries started. According to the organization, 250,000 deaths have been reported. Okay, well, anyway, since 2022. But, you know, people in the comment boards, they going crazy. Oh, how dare them? I can't, y'all. How dare you? You're selling those, y'all. I don't even, they didn't say how these women were going to have those babies. You know, like they just going to have some, you know, dudes come in, pop them, keep it moving. Well, I shit, Esau, he done that during chattel slavery with us, except we didn't get no pay. You know? So it's kind of like a reaping what you've sown type of deal. Let's I think that's in Obadiah. Yep, Obadiah 1 and 2. It says, Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Let me see. Let's go into this word small. Abbreviated. That is diminutive. Being diminished, man. Literally in quantity, size, or number, or figuratively in age or importance. Yeah, that too. You know? Because Esau is greatly despised, man. And the Lord is doing a number on him right now. And, you know, all this separation in the world amongst these so-called Europeans, you know? Trump and them got messages and shit being leaked and shit, you know what I'm saying? With them talking shit, you know? hot mics on, you know what I'm saying? Talking shit about these Europe, and they at each other's throat right now. They at each other's neck. And you're witnessing the fall of, you know, good old Rome, basically. You know what I'm saying? This place is done, man. No coming back. You got a whole generation of people that was killed in that war over there, and they still going at it. Whole generation. And then, you know, it's like, I guess more red states here, they will have the most children as far as like so-called white people. They'll, you know, if anything, they'll be the ones that you may see in the supermarket with 2, 3, you know, 4, possibly even 5 sometimes. I'll see them, you know what I'm saying, Edomites walking through Walmart with some kids and shit like that, you know. But overall, they're not, they falling back. And these Democrats, they don't give a fuck. And the kids that they do have, they just turn out to be damn monsters. They don't have no direction, no structure. They all jittery and shit. And then this whole new generation, you know, you got a whole generation of men that don't even know how to approach women. And if they do know how to approach a woman, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, the women are so damn nasty. Men don't even want to approach them. It's plenty of information in sites and shit where you can go and watch videos on that type of stuff all day long, where men are just explaining as to why they don't approach women no more. You know, you get to, you know, walking up on a woman, asking her name, hey, how you doing, this, that, and the third. You're getting called a damn creep. You might get the police called on you. She gets to screaming. You know, people are shit. Hell, these women are more attached to their dogs these days, man. They go and get a puppy. You know, and get, you know, and be online with them, all dressing them up and shit like they babies. You know, buying them little doggy clothes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not interested in having no family like that, man. It's, you know, it just is what it is. Now you got some countries, you know, hey, it'll be a force on them. You know what I'm saying? But see, Esau, yeah, he forced his way upon our people, man, amongst, you know, upon our women. But you know, he had, you know, what you call chattel slavery. Shit, he you know, get him a couple of big dudes. He get more women. He buy more women at the slave auction than he would guys, because he understood that all he needed was like 2 or 3, you know, mandingos, 2, 3 big guys. He spent top dollar for them, but he already knew, you know, that all he needed was a few of them, but of multiple women, you know, he'll get him 2 or 3 guy slaves, get him about, you know, 10 or 15 or so women slaves, and he'll have those 3 men, or just maybe even one of them, 2 of them, whatever, go in at night, pop them, get them pregnant, and as the babies are being born, you know, he's mostly hoping for males. He's mostly hoping for males to come through. Sometimes it'll be females, but it don't make no difference. He's gonna still continue to interbreed them. He's gonna breed them. And Jake didn't have no choice. I'm trying to think of this one guy. one guy in slavery, man. They said man, I don't know, the motherfucker had like 400, 500, 600 kids, man. You know, because that's all that he done. He done that day in, day out, man, until he, you know, I guess sperm count was just diminished. You know, he might even, you know, Esau hire him out to another plantation owner and let him hit a couple of his women, and they'll make a deal where, you know, I'll take the first son, you take the second, you know, whatever. Just like, you know, a damn pit bull sale, you know. That's how you see Esau got a lot to pay for. This is the reason why he's going through the types of things that he's going through, because he's starting to pay. Matter of fact, let me get one more before I get out of here. He's starting to pay, man. He got to pay that tab, and it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse, because the same thing is going to be done to him in the future. They're going to be breeded for slavery, just like how they done the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Israelites. It says, this is Deuteronomy 30:7, and the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And a lot of those curses that's in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 are starting to fall back on Esau. Like straight up, you rarely ever even see, it's almost surprising to see pregnant women now. It really is. It's rare. I mean, I don't see them. Matter of fact, though, no, it's a little young chick across the street from me. She just had a baby. But I mean, you know, overall, you know, it's still rare. They don't want nothing to do with it, you know. I mean, come on, they don't want nothing to do with it. It's not embedded in them, man. It's not that motherly love, that motherly. They're not being taught to be wives. The men are not, you know, being taught to be husbands. It just is what it is, man. And what structure Esau did have as far as that shit, you know, hey, that shit gone, man. It's pretty much a done deal. Motherfucker stressed, coming to work with the damn car seat in the back, you know what I'm saying? Just looking crazy as hell. Tired. Divorce rate through the damn roof. Like, for real, man. Come on. We talking about, and this is America I'm talking about, but overall, that's everywhere. Because, you know, all these countries are drinking of that Babylonian juice, man. That's the reason why with this story, it's such an outrage, because, you know, a lot of these countries, they think on some American shit. If somebody says, laughing my fucking ass off, $1,200, that's gone in the first 2 months of care. No, that's gone within a week. Shit, with damn groceries here, you know, damn near, you know, especially rent. You can't even pay rent for 1 month with that type of, you know. Says, does sound like something Trump would try. They're very much alike. Well, yeah, Trump could. Well, you know, when Trump got rid of Roe versus Wade, you know, he didn't give a shit about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans not having abortions. He want those so-called white women to produce children, because they have a lot of abortions themselves. But they try and make it seem as if they put our people on the news as the mascot of abortions. But really, in reality, it's a lot more so-called white women that have abortions than so-called black women, Hispanics, and Native American. See, this person says, disgusting scum predator. Yep. Somebody says, fucking men. Regina, she pissed. $1,200. Wow. Well, I mean, shit, it's chicks that's going out here, they getting pregnant for you know, a drink and a line of coke, you know, or a blunt and some Hennessy, and getting pregnant, right? Most of these women that's in the comment boards right here, don't tell them how many them abortions they didn't have, because, you know, hey, they used to just going out or whatever, you know. Nobody's gonna tell me nothing like that. But hey, it's coming to a point where Esau, yeah, he's getting desperate. He needs his population to continue, because other than that, they pretty much out of here. Somebody says, I'm soon, that will happen in America soon, with the government pro-life stance. After all, George Bag Musk say he wants to populate the world. Yeah, he was talking about that. I think he's on like his 14th child. But okay, but he's not stressed. You know, you sitting on them type of billions, man. It's nothing for you to, man. You can have the best help in the world without you being stressed. The average person, they getting up, they going to a job and they clocking in, clocking out, going to another job, clocking in. You know, scurrying, trying to make it to the damn daycare before they get, fined or, got trying to get the babies from, and it's just a rat race for the asses. But anyway, I'm gonna end out, man. Yeah. That sounds like Germany in the late 1930s. Yeah, man. Well, anyway, I'm gonna end out there. You see what it is? Hey, I can get one more. It's just the fall of our enemy. That's all. Sirach chapter 20. What is it? 27? No, 25. Slovakia 25, verse 7. It says, "There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies." And that's what we're witnessing, man. We're witnessing the fall of our enemies in these last days. And they out here just looking pathetic now, man, too. They not, it's not what it used to be with them, man. I know it's a bunch of old ass, they coming out of retirement, having to go back to work and all kinds of shit like that. I see a bunch of them, just barely walking, linked all over, decrepit, you know what I'm saying? And they got to get back out here and get to work. Just is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the economy is just that trash for them, man. Those are the ones that, that rock that red hat. And they'll rock that red hat cold as hell, you know what I'm saying, with the 45 and 47 on it. And then, they done found out, they didn't, what they say, fuck around and find out. They done, Elon Musk been cutting a lot of their shit. So now they got to make extra moves, you know what I'm saying, to stay afloat and to survive with all this, stuff that they have, because they still trying to hold down these houses. Some of them still trying to make a hang on, but nah, some of the ages that I see at this place where I'm at, you know what I'm saying, those men, they generally, they out on the lake, man. They enjoying their older age, so to speak, but not now. But anyway, I'm gonna end out there, man. I pray that this lesson was edifying with that. Kwame Yashala on the Bible Ball. Continue on praying for the downfall of this place. Shalom.